Here we go. We're going to start working on the sides of the bunk bed build. And I've gotten most of my parts laid out. I've got my bottom rail, my middle rail, I've got my ladder rail, and then my 2 steps cut out. The reason why I don't have the top rail cut yet is because I'm unsure of the exact measurement with the new way that I'm going to be designing it. I was originally going to do mortise and tenon again and entirely clamp the whole thing together. But if I ever move, I won't be able to take it with me. So the way I'm going to be doing it is kind of like a half lap joint, except what I'm going to be doing is actually resting one corner on another one after I get cut a shoulder on each of the pieces. So right now what I'm going to be doing on both of my middle and the top, the middle and the bottom rail, is just going to be cutting that shoulder. And it's going to be 1.5 inches deep, because that's obviously how thick the 2x4s are for the ends. After making the mark for the 1.5 inches, I've got my another marking gauge, and the depth of the cut is going to be 1/2 inch. So when this section is cut out, it's going to leave me a 1 inch by 1.5 inch shoulder to actually sit on the end rails. Just like that, I've created my shoulder. I went ahead and cut the shoulders out on the 2 lawn sides already. Now I had to come back to my 2 ends that I've already had assembled and everything, and I've got cut the other half of the shoulders. So I've measured in the 1 inch and then cut it down the length of that 2x4 so that they can slide in together. Now what I've got to do for this middle portion, if you have a jigsaw, you can use that. If you have a bandsaw, you can probably use that. But the whole entire thing is already assembled. I was going to do a mortise and tenon joint on each part, but I went ahead and did it this way. I think it's going to be a little bit better in the long run. So the way that I'm going to be doing it is just like how I have been. A chisel and a mallet. Let's get to chopping. Well, I'd say that's a pretty clean little cut. So I went ahead and got all the chopping done, and I'm starting to put it together, kind of dry fitting it and seeing how everything's going to go together. And the actual process is going to happen inside the house. Everything's going to get put together. So I wanted to just kind of show you guys where I'm at and see how this shoulder system is put together. And as you can see, I've actually having to do it wrapping it right around my anvil and my blacksmithing area because this is so big in my shop. So let's go ahead and just sneak over here real quick. And as you can see, that the shoulder, this is the actual end that we've been working on, and this is the 2x4 rail. So as you can see, it just kind of sits in there, And what'll happen is I'll actually pin it to it, just like I've been doing. So that's where I'm at with this. It's going to be nice up top because the weight is going to be supported by the actual side rails, and it's not just going to be hanging out there. So that's why I decided to go this way. Well, now we're painting the bed. We got it in here. We got all assembled the other day. So now all we're doing is trying to finish up with the painting. I've got this tarp down here so that nothing gets on the carpet. And first coat's already on. And then the second coat is already on this side. Just taking it a little bit at a time, letting each coat dry. Hopefully by the end of the night, it's all done. Back that way. Now we're on our final stages of everything. I've got these little pipes held up, and what I'm planning on doing, if this will work out right, is taking this and threading the curtain over it, and then just snapping this PVC pipe into those T's, and then taking a longer one going on the front, and then the same on the other side. So I've already went to Hobby Lobby, got a little crafty, and came up with this curtain.
I had with this little pipe.
Yeah, I cut off a little bit of a pipe. So I went ahead and got the curtain, and I've went and sewn it, and I've got a nice little hole right here. It looks professional. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see how well I did. I'm pretty proud of myself. Not every day that I get on the sewing machine. Actually, it's a rarity.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I can't open the curtain and close it every day.
Alright, so that's clicked get together. So now let's see how this is going to be doing. I was going to make sure they're all fit together, right? And it fits. So now I got to make up the other curtain and get this other side together. It's going to be so that this can slide open and close on this end. So, be right back. And now I'm sitting in the completed bed. I've gotten both curtains completely done. This one opens up all the way over to here. And this one opens all the way up, way over here. And you got a wide open space that you can have if you want to have your bed open. Or you can completely shut it off. Let's go in here and look real quick and see how this is all assembled. So I've got a rail right here, and then the brace right here to hold all of the slats. I still got to paint all of the bottom pieces, but I used those to keep the bed off of the ground. And let's see here, anything else under here? As you can see, the side rails are just mounted right up on top of this. Is a half lap joint. You can see these are just half lapped as well, and instead of just doing dowels and pegs and stuff, I actually used screws and then covered them up because I've got kids. I realized that they're gonna be rough and rowdy on these. I didn't want them working their way apart or anything like that, so I ended up doing these screws in on the sides, mounting it right to the ends. So the ends are completely done by hand, held on by the drawbar Morrison tenons, and then these are all held together by screws connecting the whole entire bed frame. Went ahead and painted it all white, and you can see right here how this is mounted on. It's just screwed in right here, and then there's the pipe that goes through here and just clicks in. So that was really easy to put together. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. It was really fun. Part 1, 2, and 3 were kind of over the whole drawbore, mortise and tenon, and then I kind of had to surprise my daughters on a Saturday whenever they got home from a dance competition. That's why I didn't really film any of the major assembly of everything going together. But you see it right here behind me. It's all one piece and everything like that. It all worked out really good. It's all painted white, and my daughters have a little curtain on the bottom to hide away. And it was a successful project. If you guys liked it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Leave comments down below. Share it, like it, share some more, like it, comment, and we'll see you guys on the next video.